Hi, what's going on, guys? Jay Watt for DiZHonorCOD, and today is just going to be basically a post-UNG Philly vlog. A lot to talk about, a lot to discuss with you guys. Before, I never mentioned this on the channel, but if you follow the Twitter, you knew this by now, that I picked up a week before UNG Philly, I picked up the ITI Twisted Gaming Squad. And put them under the name DiZHonor Black for UMG Philly, and that all had to do with the fact that they didn't have a hotel room to stay in, and I thought that having two teams under the DiZHonor name would help our chances to get our name out there. Hold on, sorry, hair's pissing me off. Oh god. There we go, that's a little better. But anyways, so they were under DiZHonor Black, Versatile, J Midas, Wheeler, and Gun DZ. They were under the name DiZHonor Black, and our original team was DiZHonor Red. So we went into UMG Philly with we were pretty confident. In some cases, in my personal opinion, a little too overconfident. Something that I thought was a problem, and it's because I talked to people who have played on LAN before, that you really don't need to scrim too much before LAN, like for your bracket play, because I mean you get too I don't know how they put it. You played so much that you just get tired of it. You get kind of overwhelmed with it. So, but we had a couple people on our team, not gonna name names or anything, but they wanted to just scrim all morning long. Which me as an owner, I wanted to get as much rest as possible, get down to the venue around like 11:30 or 12, get registered and start scrimming then, maybe a little earlier, maybe 10:30 or whatever, but get some rest and be able to scrim and then perform well once bracket play starts. So that was my personal opinion, but couple of players wanted to get up there early, right whenever registration started at 9 o'clock, I believe. So we were down there probably around 8:45, probably waiting to register and whatnot. Then we started scrimming about like 9:15. So the DiZHonor Red team is what I'm talking about at the moment. DiZHonor Red, they scrimmed from probably about 9:30 to probably 11:30. That's 2 hours of scrimming, and I mean yes, it's good to get some practice in and get warmed up, but is it really necessary to be that warmed up for a LAN? In my opinion, no. That's just me. That's my personal opinion. But I mean, I don't know. They played well in the scrims, but with scrims on before a LAN, you can't judge anything off of a scrim, whether it's online or before you start bracket play on a LAN. Scrims it's just to get warmed up. It's just to get some practice, and it's not. No one really takes scrims, especially on LAN, seriously. Like they don't go as hard as they would if that was a bracket play game. They just kind of want to get warmed up, get their shot on, and just get a little more communication down. That's it. That's all they want to do. Not to, winning, yes, but winning a scrim on LAN isn't going to mean anything. So we had a couple of people that got really excited about winning on LAN, or in the scrims, as I would say, in the scrims. So, and it kind of their ego got a little too high, in my opinion. Their ego was always high from on LAN and then online and then on LAN. The ego was high. And in some cases it was too high. And then we have our first match. I don't even remember who we played first round. But first map was Strike Zone Dom, and we lost by 2 points. We had perfect positioning up on the second side. We were up close to 20 points. And then we had somebody push something that shouldn't. When we had a nice little trap down in courtyard, and we had a nice C and B cap, and they were spawning A or whatever, and someone pushed into B for no really apparent reason, and then it forced them to spawn more pro towards C, and then they ended up capping C and spawn trapping B, and then we ended up losing by 2. So that was game 1 of our first bracket play match. So we're already in a hole. We're down 1-0 going into a best of 3 series. So one more loss and we're sent to losers bracket instantly. So then came down to search and destroy on Freight. Yes, search and destroy Freight, and I don't remember exactly how it was. I don't think we were ever up like a good amount. I think it was just a back and forth kind of game, but we had someone on our team, Tweaver, Kadgalawalu, whatever you want to call him. He dropped 14 kills and we lost 6-5. So I mean, the people who said, like, I mean, there's a whole lot of controversy between the team, and I'll talk about the whole team and like the team in itself in just a second. But a lot of controversy saying who played bad, who played good, who was to blame, blah blah blah. In my opinion, the players can't really say too much because they're players and they're gonna have their own opinions. But as someone who's like an owner, manager person, I can have my opinion and basically almost be logically right about who played worst, who played best, and who played the worst. So, not gonna name any names, but I do know who played the worst. I mean, I'm not gonna start drama. I'm gonna keep it to myself. I know who played the worst. I know who played the best. I know who played best on what maps. I do know some of the KDs in some maps, not all of them. I was gonna kind of keep them down, but I was kind of pissed once that first. I don't know, I got really pissed after that first strike zone because we had such a commanding lead and then we just choked. So was kind of frustrated on that one, so I didn't keep down any scores. But I do have a mental image of what the scoreboard looked like for some S&Ds and so on and so forth. So that sent us Dishonor Red to the losers bracket. And in loser bracket we played Powerhouse. And Powerhouse was, I mean, they were an okay squad. They're nothing like they weren't, I mean, the best. They were good. I mean, don't get me wrong, they were a good squad, but they weren't like something that we should have just been completely demolished by. We played Dom and got our ass completely handed to. What was it? What map was it for Dom? I think it was Freight Dom, and we just got our asses completely handed to. It was not even close. And then we ended up playing Warhawk S&D and had a nice 4-2 lead, getting some momentum going into it, and then lose 6-5. So I mean, it's very, very frustrating to get double first rounded, first ever LAN event for the organization, and it's embarrassing to say the least, especially choking a 4-2 in the second in the losers bracket, and then of course the choke of the 20-point lead in S&D the first round or whatever. So I mean, it's very frustrating. And so with that being said, San and Weasel are no longer a part of Dishonor Red, and people say I dropped them. Weasel says I dropped them, but that's not the case. I can even like Gaiazo, and I might even have it right here. I don't know. This depends what I feel like. I mean, he dropped himself. Weasel dropped himself. I'll go ahead and say that straight up. There's nowhere in any of my DMs where I said, Weasel, I'm dropping you. There is a DM that says I'm gonna go ahead and drop myself, because I guess he knew it was coming. He knew it was coming. I don't know. And Sam posted free agent, so that's that with Sam. I mean, I haven't talked to Sam since he left Saturday night. Just never talked to him. I haven't talked to him since. But Weasel dropped himself. It wasn't me. I didn't drop him. Was I going to? Possibly. But I didn't actually drop him. He dropped himself. So, with best of luck to both of them. We have Zap and Tweaver on the team, still looking for 2. Might have Wheeler, who was on the Dishonor Black team, which I'm about to discuss in just a second. Dishonor Black, Wheeler might join us, and I don't know, I'm not too sure on that one, but COD Champs around the corner, and that'll be a whole different video right after this one. I'll probably make it right after this, but Dishonor Black, like I said, it was just a pickup team not a pickup team, but I picked them up last second so they can stay in the hotel room because they didn't have anywhere to stay. Former ITI Twisted Gaming Squad from Skinny Man, and shout out to him. The guy's an awesome dude, Skinny Man. But we had a little problem because 2 players didn't show up until about 7:30-ish due to their flights being canceled, delayed, and all this other stuff. So they got there last minute, didn't get to warm up, didn't do anything. So they lost their first round 2-0. Like I said, I didn't really know the team too well. I got close with Kurt most of the weekend and close to J-, but Gundeezy and Verse I wasn't too close to. But they got 2-0 the first round, and they ended up winning in the first round of losers bracket, and then losing to Phoenix, Umbra, and Phoenix and them in the second round of losers bracket. I think that's what it was. So, like I said, I wasn't too involved with that team. I mean, I should have, but like I said, I didn't really know them too well. Not as much as I knew my original squad, Dishonor Red. But I did support them. I did buy them these T-shirts, and they had like the names on the back of them and everything. I had to support them with the hotel room, which had a lot of controversy in that one, misunderstandings, but I'm not gonna go into that. But so that brought us to basically Dishonor Black wasn't gonna be a part of us after the UMG Philly. It was a one and done type thing. I was kind of thinking about maybe keeping Dishonor Black and picking up a different team, like with like a couple people from the original Dishonor Black. But I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. And if you guys saw on Twitter yesterday, we decided to do a partnership with Team Breakout. Yes, Team Breakout. They placed overall 37th, top 37, I think it was, and then in the open bracket top 20. Something like that. So they're close friends with Zap from our original team, with Any Hero, P-Time, Humps, and D-Town. I think that's the names. I don't really remember. Sorry guys if I got any of those wrong. I think I got them right. I do know Humps and Any Hero, and then P-Time, I think. I don't know, dude. But we picked them up, partnership with them. They're going to be Diz Breakout, similar to Epsilon, how they had their original European team, as well as Epsilon Impact. So, I mean, it's a very similar situation. It's partnership, but not going to be Dishonor Breakout. They're Diz Breakout, but not like a meshed word. It's like Diz period Breakout. So, definitely not the whole like meshed one word Diz Breakout. It's Diz dot Breakout. So, that's what they're going to do. They're going to run under the Diz organization, DiZHonorCOD organization, for hopefully for the remainder of the 2014 season. We will see how everything goes with that. First tournament we plan on doing is Anaheim, but COD Champs is also around the corner, but that is another video that I will probably make right after this one. Not too sure. Maybe tomorrow I'll make it. But that's probably it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to myself, JWatt, on Twitter at JWattXC. It'll be down in the description below, or at DiZHonorCOD. That Twitter, you can at me there, message me, do whatever you need to, and I'll try to answer any questions that you have. And like I said, that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like it, subscribe to the channel for more content, and we'll see you guys later.